Today, I want to talk about something that's been bugging me for a while: fake hotel content. You've probably seen it. Every review is glowing, every stay is perfect, and nothing is ever wrong until you meet me. So, what's actually going on there, and why doesn't anyone talk about it? Let's get into it. You know that feeling when you watch a luxury hotel review and something just doesn't add up? Welcome to Suitcase Confessions. I'm Sylvahna, and this is where I say the things most travel creators won't. Real stories, honest opinions, and the side of luxury travel nobody's showing you. Let's get into it. So, what do I actually mean by fake hotel content? What I basically mean by that is all the content about hotels that they are the best hotels and it's perfect and it's like a fairy tale and it's gorgeous and, those kind of content. Because I definitely agree that there are hotels that are amazing and it's an amazing hotel. That can be. But you never, ever, maybe about 10% of the time, that you might see something about this not being good or that wasn't perfect or feedback for the hotel. I never see something like that. And that's why I do it. And it is literally everywhere. The fake content is literally everywhere. You cannot get around it. And it's like you cannot trust anything anymore on the internet, you know? You used to trust people that talk about that know their shit. That you're like, okay, you do this like all the time, so you must know what is good and what isn't, and you will tell me if it's good or if it isn't. But you can never trust the content anymore. You only see like the fairy tale things. And I'm here to tell you that it's not. It's not always a fairy tale, unless you go to the Disneyland Hotel. So the main reason that they do this is because they want to be in good grace with the hotels. They want to, when they create that content and put that content live, that when other hotels are seeing that content, they will be interested in that creator. They will make money and more money and more money. But the thing that upsets me about that is that they wouldn't even be where they are without their audience, without the people tuning in, without the people following or subscribing. So why would you only focus on making more money and only focus on making the hotels happy instead of actually taking care of your audience? That genuinely upsets me. That feels very selfish to me. So this basically recently happened to me. I was doing my research, as I always do, before I go to a destination, before I book a hotel. And I was doing research for Paris. And Paris has a lot, and I mean a lot, of amazing hotels. And what I am always looking for at first is the vibe, because I don't want to visit any boring hotels like black, white. That's not my thing. So I wanted to visit a hotel. I always want to visit a hotel that uses a lot of colors in their decor. And, that really, when you look at it, you instantly become like happy and relaxed. So that is what I have when I visit a hotel that uses a lot of pretty colors. So I found this hotel and I was like, oh my God, that looks amazing. So I did my research. I went on the internet, I went on YouTube, I searched for the hotel. The only thing that I could find was videos, stories where other creators were like, this is the best hotel I've ever been to. And this is such an amazing 5-star hotel. I only saw that content, like that content. So I was like, okay, that sounds amazing. So this is going to be an amazing stay, and I cannot wait to record everything and to create an amazing luxury hotel review vlog from that, of that hotel. And so I booked it and I went and I got disappointed. And that is why the dishonesty of most creators just suck. It sucks. It sucks for the people that are watching it, that are trusting it, and that are booking it on their recommendation and then get super disappointed. Because what I want to do, what I want to achieve with my content is you watching it, and you're making the decision, okay, I'm going to book it or I'm not going to book it. But when you book it, that you actually are also genuinely happy with the fact that you booked it. Because I want that you have an amazing stay at that hotel in the destination, that you have the most amazing time when you visit the restaurants, the bars, when you do the activities that I talk about. I don't ever want you to do something that I recommend and then get major disappointed. Why? Like, what was the reason for those creators to first start this? Because I believe that the creators that are actually just lying about their stay and just making it sound way more amazing than it actually was, I just don't believe that they started with the right reasons. Because I cannot believe that they started with the fact, okay, I am traveling a lot, I want to document it, and I want to show others and teach others why they should book the same thing as I did because it was amazing. Because I genuinely believe that those creators have started this just by watching other creators get really big and make a lot of money and just traveling. I genuinely believe that those creators also believe that they can basically get rich while they're sleeping. Anyways, they're just not the genuine creators that actually want to show the rest of the world, okay, this is amazing, this isn't, do this instead of that. And that's also the reason why I do what I do, because I want to actually show you why you should book one hotel and why you shouldn't book another hotel. So I always try, when I go for a longer time to a destination, I always try to visit multiple hotels, just like I did in Rome. So I went to Rome for about a week. So I was like, okay, then I divided that into two and I stay at the Rome edition first. And after that, I go to the W Rome. And what I did, I didn't only create the luxury hotel review vlogs of that stay, like at that point, but I also did some sort of a comparison video when I got back home. So I really had the time to actually think about it and what was better here and what was better here and when can you best book what, you know? And I actually helped a couple of people from what I know by choosing the right hotel for them. Because I am not going to lie, the Rome edition was by far better than the W Rome. I wouldn't book the W Rome again, but I would definitely book the Rome edition again. And the same goes for a couple of the Paris hotels. So the first one is the Marvel Hotel at Disneyland Paris. That was, I'm not ever booking that again. That was like the biggest disappointment ever. But I didn't book that because of a recommendation or anything. I was already planning on going to Disneyland. I was already planning on staying at the Disneyland Paris Hotel. I just wanted to go a night earlier because basically the transportation and arrival times were better the day before than the day that I would actually go to the Disneyland Hotel. So I was like, okay, I'm going to book an extra night in the Marvel Hotel. Then I can also experience that. But it was genuinely the worst experience I ever had. But I will talk about that in another episode. But that's also an example of me just being honest about my stay. I'm not going to say that it was an amazing experience because it definitely wasn't. It was amazing when we were in Disneyland, but it wasn't amazing while we were in the hotel, aside from the hotel bar. And the same goes for the hotel in Paris. Like others are saying, the best hotel I've ever been to, blah, blah, blah. I'm not here for that. I'm here to give you my genuine opinion. And it wasn't all that good. It wasn't. The service was more 4-star than 5-star. But I will tell you all about it in the luxury hotel review vlog of the Paris Hotel. But yeah, that's actually because I experienced that myself firsthand, and also because I just get a lot of messages from people that watch my content and say, thank you for being so honest. I'm like, yeah, of course, that's what we're doing here. And I just can't wrap my head around that there's so much dishonesty about the hotels only because they want to make a few extra dollars or euros, whatever their currency is. And it matters so much to me, to be honest. I could never go to a hotel. I could never stay at the hotel in Paris that I did and tell you guys, oh my God, it was so amazing. I had the best time. Best hotel I've ever stayed at. I could not even do that. Like, who are you fooling? Anyways, I could go on and on and on and on about that, but I'm curious about your experiences. Have you ever watched a hotel review vlog, or you saw a reel or a TikTok or anything online and you just had the feeling that something was off? Like you just didn't believe it? Or maybe you have experienced it just like me. You actually believed it, you booked it, and you were incredibly disappointed. I want to hear from you. So come find me and tell me. You can find me all over the place. Best way to get in touch with me is through Instagram DM, but my main platform is YouTube. That's where I do most of my things. I started off on Instagram, but I don't like the short. I like the long version content because I feel like I can connect with you way more than just in a short video. So like I mentioned, I am on YouTube, which is my main channel, Maps and Suitcases. Come find me there and you will find the hotel review vlog at the Marvel Hotel, which was a disaster. And there are so much more amazing things coming. What you can actually find on my YouTube channel as of hotel review vlogs at this point are Amsterdam, Vienna, Rome, and Paris. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I think I am not. I started with the hotel review vlogs on YouTube in February, actually, but I've been to a lot of different places before that. One hotel that I can definitely recommend, and that was genuinely an amazing hotel. I really have nothing bad to say about it because it was just everything was amazing. I'm sorry, there's a fly here and I am distracted. Everything was amazing there. I promise you, I would book that hotel again in a heartbeat. It was the Botanic Sanctuary Hotel in Antwerp. I do have to say, Antwerp itself as a city disappointed me a little bit because it was just pretty boring to my taste. But we literally stayed like 75% of the time inside the hotel because the hotel was just so amazing. So that is actually one of the best hotels I've ever been to, and also the Disneyland Hotel. Like, for real. Look for the Disneyland Hotel review vlog on YouTube. It was amazing. Truly. That's it for this episode of Suitcase Confessions. If this is the kind of conversation you want more of, make sure that you're subscribed because in the next episode, I'm telling you the full story behind my stay at the Marvel Hotel in Paris, in Disneyland Paris. And I already told you a little bit, but let's just say the check-in did not go the way I expected or literally anything else about that stay. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.